Brian here. Today, I received many messages from friends saying one of our friends has passed away this morning, about 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I feel very sad. And his name is Richard. I met Richard in 2008, to be exact, around August 2008. So that's the time he was my bus superintendent, and I was employed as the assistant bus master. So that's the first time I met him, and he was so tall. That time I was still considered young. So I'm looking for a good mentor among my team, and looks like Richard is one of them, because this guy is really helpful, and it don't matter whether you are from which country or from which area. So he's willing to share all this knowledge to everyone. In fact, it's not just me. So at that time I'm still young, I consider young, and he's about 20 years older than me at that time. And but he really is the only guy that actually show us around and show me how Jackup works. I don't even know what is Damwolf that time, and jacking system, because I'm just coming from a semi-tender rig and jump onto a Jackup rig. So I'm very fortunate that I've met Richard. So he's a very good mentor, and he's not a person that trying to hide anything from you. Whatever he know, he will just teach you. He's sharing all his experience on rig move, how he do his job, and so on. Since day one, he always encourage us to teach people. So this is what I'm doing actually at the moment, passing on our knowledge to the next generation, which is Richard. He did it very well. He's a very good example for all the young people. So he always tell us, the more you teach, the more you know. So which is true, because the moment you teach people, and you start to gain a lot of knowledge, because when you teach people halfway through, you may have some question on certain equipment as well. So you will find out, and again you continue to teach, and then the more you teach, the more you gain actually. You see, so this is the advice from Richard. Working with him is very fun, and he always have a lot of jokes to tell. Sometimes he did a lot of funny stuff. And of course we work hard, we play hard. And it can be very fierce too, if you don't know how to behave yourself, especially during working time. I know Richard for almost 12 years, since 2008 until today. I'm not sure whether you guys know that he's a national footballer. I would say like bola sepak lah, it's like soccer. He was the goalkeeper. If not mistaken, he told me it was under 21. He was a national player for Malaysia as a goalkeeper, and also he was basketball player as well. So he represents Sarawak as a state player. So he's a good basketball player. He gained respect not because he's good on his work. Of course, he's very good on his work. He is helping people. He's helping the young generations and giving the chance to perform the job, especially from rustabout, crane operator, and come down to assistant barge master. So you're giving them a lot of chance to do barge master work, and in a way that he train the people, from one position to another position. So one thing, if you want to remember Richard, the only thing that we can do here is to carry on what he's doing, his kindness. I would say the main things that he have done good is helping people. Okay, helping people is not just giving money. Is the first one that he actually done is sharing all his knowledge to everybody. So, and the second one is he is also have the attitude that he believe that everybody, if you set your mindset with what you want to be, and you will be able to achieve it. This year alone, I think I spent time with him on board the rig itself. Um, I would say we are on the rig together for not less than 6 months because of pandemic, you know. So we were in one of the rig that we have a positive case that time. You know, we have to quarantine on the rig, and we spend time together for almost like a month plus, you know. And then again we do a rig move together, and again we met on the rig again. We wait on weather for 1.5 months, you know. So I would say I spent a lot of time with him this year. I heard a lot from Richard, you know. So when they were young at the time and they work on the rig, and most of the time they get bullied, you know. They get bullied, and people don't like their face. They set it off the rig, you know, just because of the face, and really, and he is the man that actually stand up for the people in Malaysia and also in Sarawak itself, you know. So whenever people bully another people, and he will actually stand up for him. I've been working together with Richard on rig move, and he is very focusing on his job. You know, you can see from the video here. When he works, he really works. You know, he so focused on his job, which is, of course, as a rig mover, we like to see a Bushmaster focus on that job. So that is when they can do things like jacking. They can concentrate on organizing the crew on the phone. At the same time, they still also can do the jacking operation. So you can see from the video here, yeah, it really is a very good Bushmaster. I know you guys are going to miss him a lot. Just like me, I actually miss him a lot as well. And I heard of this morning that he passed away at 6 o'clock in the morning, which is a big loss for everyone in the offshore industry. You know, he always tell me, "Don't worry, Ryan. The God is always smiling at us." You know? So what he tried to tell me is, just do your work, and just do it properly, and eventually you can bring the whole operation, you know, safely. And especially I'm doing the rig move. Sometimes I feel a lot of challenges, a lot of stress as well. So you always, you know, tell me all the good words, and to motivate me, and to, in fact, he's trying to help me. And of course, he don't really give you a specific idea of how to do the job, you know, but he knows that all of us, we own a very high skill with among us, and among us that we have high skill. So you just need to be patient sometimes and do the work properly. And don't be afraid to ask questions. You know? So if you don't know, better you ask, and then you clarify with him, you know, and just talk to him. Of course, he is the guy that always willing to spend his time and talk to us. I want to thank him for the past 12 years working with him, and he actually helped me and grow me until today. You know, I was from assistant Bushmaster, and become Bushmaster all the way until today, a Marine Soup, and become a rig movers. And I always carry his spirit that teach, keep teaching people, help people, teach people, help people, teach people. So that is Richard's spirit that you guys need to carry on. Although Richard is not here, physically is not here anymore, but the dream that he had and the goal that he had, we can actually recreate again to continue, pass on to everybody. The final things that I want to say is, whatever stuff that we have built up over the years, we should continue by passing on to everybody. Okay, so right now it's just you and me. We can pass on to the rest of the people. Okay, so Richard is no longer here, so we need to carry on what you have done to the people. Okay, it is important to realize that the dream that he had, the goal that he is working towards, it doesn't just die without that person, but it recreated through you, and it's up to you to become the legacy of that person. They live on, and we can choose to honor them in every moment of our life, to apply the lesson that he had left us behind, because they stood for something. So take it and absorb it and add it to who you are and move on. Remember, become that legacy. Richard is our friend, our mentor, and we love you.